Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Let's continue with the with the poem. Have you ever seen by an unknown writer, poet, poetess? We had finished off with the first 4 lines in the previous lecture of mine. Just a revision through it. Have you ever seen a sheet on a riverbed? Question mark. Or a single hammer for a hammer's head? Question mark. Has the foot of a mountain any toes? Question mark. And is there a pair of garden hose? Question mark. The ending words are rhyming words of each line: bed, head, toes, hose. Then every question mark is telling you that there is a figure of speech known as interrogation. And apart from that, the word head, bed, toes and O's, all are 4 words that are telling you that this word is a pun, P-U-N, pun, which means there are one word, many meanings in that case. Let's move on to the next 2 stanzas where there is figure of speeches in that. Every line has an interrogation work in it, whereas the others are also there. Pun is there, interrogation is there, alliteration is there, and personification also. Does the needle ever wink its eye? You all have seen needles. It's a metal piece with a very sharp end and a hole at one side. The hole is known as the eye of a needle. The hole is known as an eye of a needle. Like we human beings have eyes, the needle has an eye, one eye. Obviously 2 eyes are not supposed to be there in a needle. We human beings have eyes, animals have eyes, the potato also have eyes, but the needle has an eye. We human beings have eyelashes, we have the eyelids are there where we keep winking or blinking the eyelids so that there is no problem created for us where dust or polluted air is coming towards our eyes. We can close the eyelids and we can get eyes protected. But the needle, which has an eye, just a hole, it allows every type of polluted air or atmosphere to pass through it. That means the word eye is giving you double meaning out here, where we human beings keep blinking on the eye, and here the needle has an eye which is just a hole, and it is used to put a thread into it, and then we can use that needle for doing any type of needle work. Next line. Why doesn't the wing of a building fly? Remember, the word wing is used in the singular form here again. The word eye is used singular form. Here the wing of a building. Obviously all the birds have wings, all the aerial animals have wings. There are 1 pair of wings or 2 wings in that way. But a building has a wing. If you have seen many buildings, they have written A wing, B wing, C wing, D wing, E wing in that manner. That means every building has different stairs, different departments, different apartments in where they are all connected to each other. Not that, no. The building are connected internally, externally, and they are given different titles known as A wing, B wing, C wing, so and so forth. But such a building, does any building fly? Like any bird you have seen, they have wings and they fly, but the building has a wing and it cannot fly. That means here again the word fly goes with the word wing, and the wing is giving you a pun where it tell you double meaning, that the wings of a bird or wings of any creature that flies, but the wing of a building does not fly. Next line. Can you tickle the ribs of a parasol? Ribs is the bones of the skeleton of any human being or any animal, where obviously the human being can tickle each other, they can laugh and giggle at each other, can smile out in that manner. and in such a way, but the parasol, which is an umbrella, which is non-living, the metal framework of an umbrella is called the rib of the umbrella or the ribs of the parasol. Here the word ribs is used as a personification, where the quality of human being, where the ribs are tickled or where it is pricked and makes the human being laugh or giggle or smile. But on the other hand, when if you touch the ribs or the metal framework of an umbrella, obviously the umbrella, being a non-living thing, will not show any form of reaction in that way. Next line. Or open the trunk of a tree at all. Trunk means the stump of the tree or the main stem of the tree, which grows right from the ground, attached to the ground in such a manner. And open the trunk of a tree at all. Obviously the trunk of a tree is the main part of the tree, and here the alphabet T is used, where you can call it as a figure of speech. The for T, trunk, T, tree, T. It's alliteration, where the alphabet of three words are same. Therefore it is alliteration. Obviously there is interrogation also in it, because all the 4 lines of that same second stanza has question mark. Therefore it is, the whole stanza has interrogation, and it is telling you about a question asked only for a question, rather with no answer, or just the answer understood in a direct manner. Here the rhyming word is I fly, the first 2 lines of the second stanza. End words are I fly, and the next 2 lines of the same stanza is telling you parasol and all. So these 2 words of both the 4 lines are showing you the rhyming words of the second stanza or the second verse. Any questions, any queries, any doubts, you're most welcome to ask me. You can put up with the query with whatever doubts you have in that case. Next stanza, or the last stanza of this poem. Are the teeth of a rake ever going to bite? Have the hands of a clock any left or right? Can the garden plot be deep and dark? And what is the sound of birches bark? Here we are talking about the first line of the third stanza or the last stanza of the poem. Are the teeth of a rake ever going to bite? That means a rake is a tool, which is, here I have drawn the tool out here, and it is used in the garden. Like we human beings have teeth. When a child is born, he or she may have teeth in that way, but the baby or the infant or the child has 20 milk teeth, and then as you grow up, at present you will be having 28 teeth, and then when you come to the age of 30 plus, you will get into 4 more teeth, which is known as the wisdom teeth in that case. But here the teeth as a garden tool, as a device or instrument, is used for cleaning and cleansing of the garden, but it cannot bite anybody. Like we human beings have teeth and are ready to bite anybody, anytime, anywhere in that case. Next line. Have the hands of a clock any left or right? We human beings have left hand and right hand, but does the clock or the watch have any left or right? No, but the clock has hands that show you seconds, the minutes and the hour hand, which is there in every clock, every watch in that manner. And in that case, you have your hands having left to right. Again, the first 2 lines of the third and last stanza is, the rhyming word is bite and right in that way. Can the garden plot be deep and dark? Obviously any garden plot, a plot means a piece of land where you can do some sort of cropping, where you can do some sort of gardening, where you can do some sort of cultivating. In that way, you have to dig into it, and it should be dark in that manner. Obviously, when you dig, whatever comes out is of dark and wettish in nature. Here the word plot means land, but here it has double meaning. The word plot is a word with pun, and plot means land, and the other meaning of plot is a wicked plan, where you can ruin something, a wicked plan or an evil plan or an undoing plan or a unsatisfactory working for the people or the common man. Let's move on to the last line of the stanza of the poem also. And what is the sound of the birch's bark? Birch is a type of tree, which I've given a mini audio already. Obviously, the dogs bark, but the trees do not bark, but they have bark on the stump or the stem of the tree. Again, the word bark is giving you double meaning, therefore there is a pun in it. And the word bark is telling you one that howls or barks or shouts or cries from the sound of from the dog, and the other bark is the skin of a stump of a tree. The end of the stanzas, the end line of the stanzas of the last stanza, the two lines, first two lines of the last stanza is bite and write, and the last two lines of the last stanza is dark and bark. Here the rhyming words are there. Here the poem I have completed the poem with the explanation of it. You have any doubts, any queries, any problems, anything you've not understood, any line, any word, any question part of it, you have doubts, you are most welcome to talk to me, to chat with me. You can give me a call, you can put me on the conference line also, we can put up a video chat, you can chat with me on WhatsApp, or you can meet me in person and we can talk with it. Remember, whenever you come up with any queries, any doubts, you must bring your complete statement, because remember, one word has many meanings, and in different subjects it has different meanings. So you got to be very careful. In English you may have one meaning, in science another meaning, in geography another meaning. So you got to be very careful. You have to write up all the complete sentence in such a manner that when you ask me a question, you should have the textbook along with the complete statement. So whenever you ask me, I will be able to answer it to you in a proper, satisfactory manner. So you're most welcome to call me. I'm available 24/7. And remember, please subscribe, please share and like the video so that many people can view all such type of videos for their own benefits, and advantage will obviously go to the Herayan people, Herayan schools in that way. Thank you. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.